Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Thankful Thursday. I pray that as we are on Friday Eve and you are going closer to your weekend and going into the weekend, that you are blessed and favored this week, and that many things worked out for you, and God once again showed you that His or her hand is in the mix of everything that you have going on, and that they are working behind the scenes for you. When you don't see it, they are there. Today, I want you to think about, do you thank God when He shows you that it's time to stop? You know, in the words of the famous poet Kenny Rogers, you've got to know when to hold 'em, know when to fold 'em, know when to walk away, and know when to run. Now, I know many of you are probably sitting there saying that song is about gambling. Yes, it is. But it's also about when God gives you a word for someone and they continue to come to you for advice or ask questions, or God gives you a word and you go to that person and they continue to reject or not receive what it is that you are saying. There comes a time when the Lord is not going to continue to let you keep spinning your wheels and keep wasting your time on something or someone that is not willing to receive what he or she has for them. And that's when we have to know. You know, many times we are told that if we don't say something, if we don't do what we're supposed to do, that their blood will be received and required of our hands. But that is only after we have exhausted and done everything that God has asked us to do. We have to get to that point where we know when it's time to just be silent, to take what God is giving you for them and to pray about it, and pray that God will send a messenger or plant. The seed has been planted, and that somehow, somewhere along the way, a harvester will come along and will cultivate what has been poured into them and placed in them that they need to know and need to hear from God. But we've got to get to the point where we step back, we move out of the way, and we let God have His or her way in their life. So many times when we keep coming back and telling people things and coming to their rescue or listening to their stories or the things that they are going through, and we keep giving them the same advice, but they don't keep taking it, we are actually hindering the work of God. So again, we have to know when to stop talking, start praying, and let God have His or her way in that situation and in that moment. On this hashtag Thankful Thursday, hashtag hold on, I'm going to put Jesus on that. All issues, hashtag you've been released. It is time for us to get to the point where we know when to hold them, we know when to fold them, we know when to walk away, and we know when to run. That we don't keep spinning our wheels and keep going around in circles and keep giving the same advice only to get the same results, and they keep coming back for that advice and they're not taking it. This is the time that we start to think, when do I bow out and let God have control? Have a wonderful evening, and I will see you on tomorrow.